What up? Hi, my name is Jason, and every day I'm working towards getting an online nutrition fitness business going. And it's been pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's been pretty rough. Alright, so I've ran a lot of campaigns, and my philosophy on campaigns is that, well, first off, I don't know what a good cost per lead is, and I don't know, what other people are paying for leads, for clients. I don't know. So I'm doing my best, and what I've learned, I've probably made over like 50 advertisements within 4 months. My whole thing is if I don't get one lead, and when I say lead, I more mean like someone booking a call. If I don't get one lead, I basically say it's a bad ad, and I average about $30 a day, and so it kind of sucks, because I'm thinking, like, if I can't do it on advertisement, then or on social media. I don't have social media, so I can't just like direct message people or whatever. That's probably my fault. I'm just being a little stubborn with it, because the business I'm in is online nutrition and fitness coaching. So if I'm going to be doing content for leads, I'm going to be doing exercise videos, and quite frankly, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't work out right now. I do eat very healthy, you know what I mean, which is awesome. I eat, pretty dang good, as far as healthy goes, and so, I'm not just, gaining a whole bunch of weight, I'm staying toned, and all that from, working out, and, so there's that. But so that's my whole thing. So if I'm not able to get clients from social media advertisement, or creating content and DMing people, well, then that leads me to having to think outside the box, which to me personally, I would rather think outside the box, because think about it. That is the way that most people do it. You know what I mean? Social media, run some ads. You know what I mean? Create content, and wait for the people to be like, yo, what's up? Go to Facebook groups, give them information, and all that. That's what you hear everybody saying to do, probably because everybody's doing it. That's one thing too. It sounds like it's oversaturated, but it's oversaturated because it works. And believe it or not, with America, 40% of Americans are classified as obese, which is basically overweight. So if you're overweight, and you see all these ads, and the way algorithms work, obviously, is you click on something, the person hosting the algorithm thing is basically shows you more stuff related or similar to that specific ad that you clicked on, and so that's when you notice, you clicked on a ad for jewelry. All of a sudden, you get all these ads from jewelry. So that's a thing. But so it's oversaturated, and people still talk about doing it. You know what I mean? What I say is, screw that. If one day I will make content, as far as social media goes, but my content is to figure out finding people like me, but people who are in my pain, starting up a business, online nutrition and fitness coaching, and it's hard, man. It's hard. So the pain points. Not 100% sure on what you're doing. 2, finding clients is very difficult. The marketing, the sales, freaking advertisement in general, and all of that stuff. Being able to track your stuff, Google Analytics, freaking Google Tag Manager, running pixels, configuring don't know anything about that and you want to start, you have to learn it all, or you pay someone. But then if you pay someone to do it for you, you'll never learn. You'll always have to pay for someone, which I'm always about learning, because at the end of the day, so like what I'm doing for this website, it's called evolveandhealth.com. If it doesn't do well, I can start over and do it all over again. And the cool thing is that if I'm trying to find people like me, but me like 5 years in the future, because I'm not going to give up on this, then they can basically copy and paste my exact website, you know what I mean? And they can have it, because I honestly think that, you know, not only do I want to quit my job, and it's the reason I'm doing it, but the second reason is I'm helping people. So that's the biggest thing. So if I can help people help other people, there's like a tree, you know, that keeps going. So like if I help you, and then you help somebody else, and you continue to help people, and that other person helps other people and continues to help people, it just keeps going, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. And I haven't worked at a job where, you know, a lot of the people talk about loving their job, you know what I mean? That's very unfortunate for me that I've never worked in a job like that. It's probably because I didn't like the job. It's not because, but I probably also didn't like the job, you know? I worked at jobs like warehouse jobs, and, you know, right now I work in the oil field, and there's a lot of people who aren't really goal driven, you know what I mean? What their job, or what they do is what they do. They don't have no plan in the future. There's been very few people that I've actually spoken to, and I try to, because I've always been, you know, type of person to talk, you know, goals and stuff. I'm very goal oriented, so it's very hard, or it's very rare that I find people who are also goal oriented and have these, you know, goals that they could pursue in the future. Not just like, oh, I want to lose weight, you know, more like, yeah, I plan on doing this job, and, you know, hopefully I can, I'm looking for another job that I can, you know, let's say this person wants to do sales. I'm looking for other jobs in sales, you know what I mean? I'm doing, you know, going to seminars to learn more about sales, you know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah. So, but yeah, regardless, social media it hasn't been working for me. I'm gonna run a Google ad today. Well, my girl's tried. She says she can't find the publish button, which I feel like there is a reason behind it. I don't know yet what it is. It might not be her fault. It just might. She's not very familiar with the Google ads, so neither am I, honestly. I've ran maybe 3, but the reason I'm running the Google ad now, I'm done with meta ads for a little bit, just for a little bit. I kinked out my website today, you know, early in the morning, and I basically used ChatGPT and RussellBrunson's.com secrets with the hook story offer, epiphany bridge, and all that, you know, and so I put that on there basically all throughout that bad boy. So I'm hoping that, you know, helps out with my conversion rate, and the conversion rate is basically just finding leads, and I give them a call, you know, like, yo, what's up, you know, you want to book a call or what up, so there's that. But if I don't find, so now that leads me to the reason I started this video is, well, I'm documenting this stuff, but a thought process that came into my mind is I'm going to tap into ChatGPT's mind. You know, I am going to give him some examples as social media advertising, you know, Google ad advertising, direct mail, which that is coming next week, 100%. If I can just get a 1 conversion rate, dude, it is game over. It's game over if I just get a 1 conversion rate, 1% conversion rate. If I can get a 5% conversion rate, dude, we're talking 20,000. Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. There's no way that's possible, but it might just work out. I had my girl, well, she wanted to. She created the flyer. She's an artist, so she can see some cool stuff like that. But we're getting 2,000 flyers for $800, you know, and they're gonna do it all. She made the flyer, so we're just gonna wait until next week till she prints it out, and you know, we give her the thumbs up, which I think it's gonna be freaking legit, dude. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we're hitting residential houses that are around the city that I'm in, Williston, North Dakota. Very small rural city or town, village, whatever you want to call it. I'm from Tucson, Arizona, 1 million people there. So yeah, I'm hitting the outskirts. More people in the outskirts. In my head, I feel like, you know, they don't really want to go to the gym. It's a little far, you know what I mean? So they don't go to the gym, they probably don't have a personal trainer. That's why I'm sending these flyers for online nutrition and fitness coaching. The biggest thing is accountability. That's the biggest thing that you guys have to really consider is the basic stuff like what you've been doing, what's your meal, what's your meal plan look like throughout the week. Do you cook more? Do you eat out? Basic stuff. But then I'm gonna have a section to where it's very deep stuff, very deep, where you talk about the why you're doing this, and you give them, like, a lot of people quit because they don't have a why, or they think it's a chore to be healthy. But if you have a different mindset, knowing that it's not only going to benefit your life, but it's going to benefit your kids' life by you being here longer, showing them healthy routes or healthy healthy foods, and that way they don't have to grow up obese and take Ozempic. That's the new thing, you know what I mean, where that's the first diagnosis is all right, you're overweight, you're 8 years old, Wegovy, Ozempic. I've heard a lot of it about it, and that's what they're doing now. Instead of like diagnosing the source, yeah, sure, these kids are going to be freaking getting injections every week, every month, whatever it may be, and they don't change their routine. They're forever going to have to do that. Otherwise, once they come off of it, bam, 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 it's just going to just hit them hard, and then they're always going to be on that. It's like, why would you guys promote Wegovy or GLP-1, whatever it is, rather than there is a cool thing. I want to get my business to where insurance pays for it. That is a diagnosis that it's like you can get that from your doctor, and if I can get that, that'd be super cool. Just newsflash, pretty cool. But yeah, so I am going to tap into ChatGPT, and I'm going to figure out all the different ways of marketing that's ever been known in the internet world. So ChatGPT, I'm hoping, can hit me up with some cool stuff, because honestly, if I have no following, you can do it. If you have no following, you can do it. There are ways that you don't have to listen to the mass saying, you gotta, DM 100 people and this, that, and the third. Honestly, if I started social media a long time ago and I had a little bit of a presence, I probably would myself. I would follow along. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the fact is that I'm happy I did it, in a way, because it's making me think outside the box for my clients. And if whether you have a social media or not, even if you don't, are uncomfortable about having social media, you know what I mean? Like, man, I feel uncomfortable, posting these videos and doing all that. Well, I'm trying to find the alternative to doing it, and I'm thinking it's gonna happen. Whether it's flyers, whether it's I don't know yet, you know what I mean? Even just going door to door, dropping off the door hangers that hang on the doorknobs, whatever it may be, I am going to figure it out, and I think it would be super cool. But I also want to do, weird stuff like maybe podcast, you know what I mean? I'm not an expert in weight loss or anything. I just know calorie in, calorie out. But there's certain exercises that you can do to promote, burning fat, which is basically going a little bit more hardcore, and that way you're targeting the fat. But fat is, you're not really targeting fat, body fat. You're targeting like fat, like in calories. You know what I mean? Like you're burning calories, but you're burning fat. So yeah, there's I'm not really an expert in it, so I don't know how that would partake. And doing an interview about how to lose weight. You know what I mean? People asking me questions that I don't know. You know what I mean? So, and I'm sorry. I don't really know everything. I can do my best, but the people that I've worked with, they lose weight. Freaking typically do a high protein diet. High protein, and it doesn't really matter. You can try out lower carbs or higher fats, or vice versa, higher carbs, lower fats. People are different. Everybody's unique, and yeah. So that brings me to just the end of the show here. Basically, I'm going to be figuring out what I got to do instead of social media marketing, because I don't have time to make content. You know what I mean? I wake up 2 hours early before bed, and then I have 12, 13, 14, 15 hour days. Sometimes I have 22 hour days. You never know. And when you just do it every day and you don't have any day off, and like I have no idea when my next day off is, I have no clue. It could be months. I couldn't ask for days off, but I'm trying to quit next year and really just focus on this online business. And I'm hoping I can find 20 clients in the midst. It's been a rough journey, but I heard somebody quote this. Elon Musk said starting a business is like chewing on glass while staring into a deathly abyss. it's freaking rough, dude. It really is rough, but with faith and belief, you have to have faith. You have to have faith, and you have to believe it. When you have faith and you have believe it, your subconscious will make the plans for you, you know, and you just have to surround yourself with positivity, and you have to surround yourself with influence of that in particular subject. So like online nutrition fitness coaching, you know, I listen to marketing podcasts, and I watch like sales videos, and things that I can implement. So think of this: if you do zero of that, of listening to people who can benefit your life or your business, and you do 8 hours, do the math. There's more likely the chance that you're going to pick up things within listening to 8 hours of education. Now, knowledge without implementation is useless, you know what I mean? So you definitely have to learn how to document the stuff that you do retain. So like there's something like, oh, you know, go to to host a webinar. I just learned it's use Zoom, obviously that's that, but you can use Webinar Fuel, which is automated webinars, so you can have that evergreen, you know what I mean? It just keeps going. You can put, you know, and it's pretty cool. So I document the stuff, and you can do the same. And if you document the stuff, you can then use it to implement it in your thing. But more than likely, if you're listening it to more and more and more, your subconscious will, you know, pop plans into your head, ideas. There's impulses, gut feelings, like I think I should do this, and the Every Door Direct Mail. That is something from a podcast, the side hustle show, and ever since then, I've thought about it. Like, dude, I've never heard of it, and I feel like it's something that I would now have found if I didn't freaking keep listening to stuff. You know, sometimes I hear the same stuff over and over, not really on repeat, but worded different ways, and then someone like on the podcast will be like, well, how about this? And you're just like, what? Man, I've been listening to this for an hour, and you finally dropped the golden nugget that I need. That's what I'm trying to do here, is drop some golden nuggets. But not a productive day, other than I got my website official. You know, I used the russellbrunson.com secrets format, and I put that into my website, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to run some Google ads, and we'll see.